All except one.
And which one is that?
Candida. Candida, Candida, Candida. I must say that now, because you have put me on my honor and truth. And I never think or feel Mrs. Morrell, but always Candida.
Of course. And what have you to say to Candida?
Nothing but to repeat your name 1,000 times. And do you feel that every time is a prayer to you?
Doesn't it make you happy to be able to pray?
Yes, very happy.
Well, let that happiness be the answer to your prayer. Do you want to say anything more?
No. I have come into the gate of heaven, where want is unknown.
I hope I'm not disturbing anything.
James, you startled me. I was so taken up with Regina, I didn't hear you. James, you startled me. I was so taken up with Eugene I didn't hear your latitude. How did the meeting go off? Did you speak well?
I have never spoken better in my life.
That was first rate. How much was the collection?
I forgot to ask.
He must have spoken splendidly, or he would have never forgotten that. Where are all the others?
Oh, they left far before I could get away. Thought I should never escape. I think they're off having supper somewhere.
Oh, in that case, Maria may go to bed. I'll tell her.
Well?
Well?
Have you anything to tell me?
Well, only that I have been making a great fool of myself here in private, whilst you have been making a great fool of yourself out in public.
Hardly in the same way, I should think.
Oh, no. The very, very, very same way. I have been playing the good man, just like you. When you began your heroics about leaving me here with Candida.
Did I?
Yes, I got that far. But don't worry, heroics are infectious. I caught the disease from you. I swore not to say a word in your absence that I would not have said a month ago in your presence.
Did you keep your oath?
Well, it somehow kept itself. Up until about 10 minutes ago. Since then, I've been reading desperately to her. Reading some of my own poems, anybody's poem, just to stave off a conversation. You can't think of how heroic that was. And how uncomfortable. And then she couldn't bear being read to any longer.
And you approached the gates of heaven at last?
Yes.
Well? Speak, man! Have you no feelings for me?
Well, then she became like an angel. And then there was a sword that swung every way so that I couldn't go in because I saw that that gate was really the gate of hell.
She repulsed you.
Repulsed me? You think that would have saved us? Virtuous indignation. You are not worthy to live in the same world with her.
Do you make yourself more worthy by reviling me, Eugene?
And here ended the 1,001st lesson. Well, I care not much for your teaching. In fact, I believe I could do better myself. But the man I want to meet is the man that Candida loved.
The man that... Do you mean me?
Not the Reverend James Mabel Morrell, moralist and windbag. No, I mean the man that the Reverend James has buttoned up somewhere inside his black coat. The man that Candida loved. You can't make a woman like Candida love you any more by buttoning your collar in the back instead of the front.
When Candida promised to marry me, I was the same moralist and windbag that you now see. I wore my black coat, I buttoned my collar in back instead of in front. Do you think she would have loved me any more for being insincere in my profession?
Oh, she forgave you. Just as no doubt she forgives me for being a coward and a weakling and, oh, what you call, a sniveling little whelp. See, a woman like that has divine insight. She does not see any of our follies or vanities or illusions, nor our collars or coats, or any of the other rags and tatters we are all rolled up in. What I want to know is how you got past the flaming sword that stopped me.
Perhaps because I was not interrupted at the end of 10 minutes.
What?
Man can climb to the highest summits, but he cannot dwell there long.
That's false. It's there can he dwell, and there only. It's in the other moments that he can find no rest, no sense in the silent glory of life. Where would you have me spend my moment if not here on the summits?
Perhaps in the scullery, slicing onions.
Or perhaps in the pulpit, scrubbing cheap earthenware souls?
Yes! It's there that I earned my golden moment, and the right in that moment to ask Candida to love me. I did not take it on credit, nor did I use it to steal another man's happiness.
I have no doubt you conducted the transaction as honestly as if you were buying a pound of cheese. I could only go to her as a beggar.
A beggar, dying of cold, asking for her shawl.
Oh, well, thank you for touching up on my poetry for me. Yes, if it please you, a beggar, dying of cold, asking for her shawl.
And she refused you. Do you know why she refused you? I can tell you, on her own authority. It was because...
She didn't refuse me.
What?
She gave me everything I asked for. Her shawl, the wreath of stars on her head, the lilies in her hand, the crescent moon beneath her feet.
Out with the truth, man! My wife is my wife. I want no more of your poetic fripperies. I know that I have lost her love, and you have gained it. No law will bind her.
Catch me by the shirt collar, Morel. She will fix it for me as she did this morning. I will feel her hands touch me.
You young imp. Do you know how dangerous it is to say that to me? Or has something made you brave?
Well, I was afraid of you once, and that's why I shrank from your touch. But then I saw this afternoon, after she tortured you, that you love her. And since then, I have been your friend. And you may strangle me if you like.
Jean, if that is not a heartless lie. If you have an ounce of feeling left for me, will you not just tell me what has happened?
What happened? Why, the flaming sword! Ah! Well, in plain prose, I loved her so exquisitely that I wanted nothing more than the happiness of being in that moment. And just as I was about to climb down from the highest summits, you came in.
So it is still unsettled. Still the misery of doubt.
Misery? I'm the happiest of men. I desire nothing now but her happiness. Morel, let's just both give her up. Why should she have to choose between a wretched little nervous disease like me and a pig-headed parson like you? Let's go on a pilgrimage. You go to the east, and I to the west, in search of some worthy lover for her. Some beautiful archangel with purple wings.
Some fiddlestick.
She is mad enough to leave me for you.
Who will protect her? Who will help her? Who will be a father to her children?
She does not ask those silly questions. It is she that wants somebody to help, to protect, and to work for. Someone to give her children to protect, to help, to work for. Some grown-up man who has become as a little child again. Oh, you fool. You fool, you triple fool. I am that man, Morel. I am that man. You do not understand what a woman is. Send for her, Morel. Send for her and let her choose between you...
What on earth are you at, Eugene?
James and I are having a preaching match. And he's getting the worst of it.
You have been annoying him. Now, I won't have it. Do you hear? My boy shall not be made worried. I will protect him.
Protect?
What have you been saying?
Nothing.
Nothing, Eugene?
I'm sorry. I'll let them alone.
Let me alone.